Okay, guys, bear with me on this. I'm gonna sound pretty bad in this. I think I'm kind of catching a little bit of something. I don't know what it is yet. So bear with the voice on this. I'm not gonna lie, I've been pretty tired recently. My sleep's been messed up. But I still hope you can enjoy nonetheless. To explain, I made like a top 10. I was gonna do a top 20, but I was like, top 10. For like certain video game characters, it doesn't have to be main. For me, I picked main and maybe one or two side characters, and I did notice one or two of them are going to be cut off, so when I get to them, I will go ahead and put them, I'll name them. If I can figure out how to get this editor working for sure, I'm going to put like the name above them, if I can find a way to do that. I'm still learning. We're pretty much going to go in the order of they're shown. Now, keep in mind, this is my personal favorite. It's not downplaying anyone else's or like anything like that. It's literally just my opinions based on, I'm not going on popularity or anything. This is all me. So let's get started. Number one, showing is Leon Kennedy from Resident Evil. Honestly, he's been out of Resident Evil the whole series. He's been one of my top three characters. But in the terms of who I have on this list, you can see some of them now. I'll tell you the third one right now is Chris. It's another Resident Evil. But out of all of these, for his character, going by his skills, his personality, and his backstory, and I'm going to explain it. I mean, you gotta think this guy was a cop who just started. Bear with me because I am a little rusty on some of these. And from what I remember, he had just joined. It was one of his, I believe it was his first day in the, like, actually doing, like, working for the police force in Raccoon City. And at that point in time, that's when all outbreaks started. Mind you, he was scared out of his mind, and I don't blame him, I'd be the same. But for a guy who just started his first day as a cop, and this happened, he held it together. I haven't fully played Resident Evil 2's remake. I've played it, and from what I've seen, I've seen it, I've played the original. Out of all this, and his personality too, you can tell as the games drag on, to me, he seems more and more depressed, honestly. I don't know, well, I get why. He does, but he doesn't. So I guess I'm going to try not to let this drag on for too long, but I'm trying to think how to explain this. Bear with me. How do I word this? Out of the people on this list, his backstory is, we don't know too much about like his family and stuff by any means, as far as I can remember. And you gotta think, this guy's going through all kinds of stuff. He's went from a cop who just started killing zombies to, I believe, as the time of 4, was working for the president as like rescuing his daughter. And then in 6, like, he's moved up in the world. From going from that in a matter of all this time, from Resident Evil 2 on, I'm wanting to say if he does pop up in the newest one they revealed, which was Village. I know Chris is going to be a part from what I've seen. But I'm wondering if I want him to be put into it, because I love his character. And to wrap it up, for my opinion on this character, ranking-wise, it is kind of tough, so and I just realized I'll edit that out, but there's 2 S's. That's supposed to be an A. So, actually, I could probably do it while I'm here. You bear with me, I know you're going to see this. There we go. Fixed it. Sorry. I think I fixed it. Yep. So now, for Leon, love his character, love his history in the series. I'm not going to favorite one over there, but I'm going to go by, like, personal opinions on this. So, honestly, I'm going to give him a B. Okay, the next one, Dante from Devil May Cry. I know this game's been out for years. So I'm gonna get judged a lot by some people. I'm like kind of recently started getting into the series in the past few years. I played the DMC, the ones like a redo. I know that's not the best thing to go by, but I don't know too much about his character altogether and the main story. I don't want to put him in never played because I have played it, but I still don't really understand him, so I can't give too much. I wanted to put him on this list because I really do like this character. But honestly, since I don't know too much and I want to keep it fair, I don't know. I don't want to. Since I haven't played the full series, I will put him in never played. There wasn't too much going on there for that one. It's the best I can give you. I'm sorry, guys. Now here's where I'm going to probably pop in the editing. If not, it's Chris. Because I'm still working on all the kinks with my editing software. I'm literally using my phone, side note. But Chris, for some reason, I like the character. I get it. For some reason, I don't know his full story. Like, I know a lot of about it. Out of all the Resident Evil games, the character I got the most invested in was Leon. Chris, I know about. But, personality-wise, I'm iffy about him. Like, I get he's doing his job, but at the same time, he gets a little too rough. Not rough, not necessarily. When I say rough, I mean, like, toward his allies. Like, I remember in Resident Evil 6 when they were really about to shoot each other over Ada. And I think that was handled a little too harshly. Like, Leon and him were at gunpoint. I never expected that. That shocked me. But as of right now, since I don't want to say too much, like I said, this is just my opinion. People are going to mention some stuff, but this is just my personal opinion. Chris, I'm going to give him a C. Anyway, okay, the next character, Cloud. Yeah, I'm not, like I said, all personal. I'm not just going to put a certain, like, my favorite series, characters, or favorite, like, those kind of series as my top just because of that. I'm going based off everything altogether. Cloud, his character, I love his character. I love what they did with him. One thing I don't like about, though, is, how do I word this, is his attitude towards certain characters. I get that's him. But I remember I played Kresko, he was this cheerful kid, and I get what happened with him in Nibelheim, but at the same time, he was, blunt and honestly, he was kind of a dick to a lot of people. And the whole thing in the beginning of 7, when he's talking about he just wants money and all that. As the game moved on, I started to appreciate him the first time I played. Mind you, I was little when I played it, but then I replayed it recently. And the remake, and I'm like, okay, I do get it. It took me years to understand him completely, from what I do, as much as I do. I'm trying not to drag this on too long. So, I'm sorry I'm doing that so my screen doesn't turn off. I don't have a computer as of yet. I'm working on getting one, so this is how I'm doing it on my phone. Using a screen recorder. Anyway, sidetrack. But for Cloud, going based off his abilities too, he is really crazy in strength because of the Mako energy and the Mako infusion. Strength, skills, even though he wasn't technically in Soldier, he should have been. Because you gotta think this guy wasn't, I guess, the infantry. Like I said, I'm still learning. I don't think I really will stop until I got to keep playing over and over to play it, to understand it. The stuff I still missed. I guarantee it. But personality kind of downplays it. His abilities are really crazy, like carrying the Buster Sword like that. Like, that thing's huge. I get it. Probably the way it's handled, but at the same time. But for Cloud, like I said, I'm going to go for an A. I don't want to go for S. He is, like, really close to one of my favorites. But yeah, we'll just leave it at that. I'm trying not to drag on for too long. Lara Croft is this next one, Tomb Raider. I'm going to get downplayed so much for this. It has been years since I've played Tomb Raider, like the originals. And even then, personally, her character, I get it. I just never could get into the Tomb Raider as much as I wanted to. But based on her, like I said, I'm going based off abilities and everything too, and the backstory too. Let's see, how do I word this? Like I said, I remember played the original in years. I'm really rusty. But from what I remember, I'm not going into too much detail because if people who watch this have played these games, they'll know it for the most part. And if I am wrong, I hope someone will correct me in the comments. Personal ranking, my rank for this, honestly, is... I won't put him along with Chris at a C because I don't want to get... That's just me. I like her character, but I don't know too much. I don't understand. There's things I don't like. I do. I mean, not that I don't like that. I don't understand. But that doesn't mean I don't like her. Okay, this next one I'm going to explain. How am I going to explain this? For Kratos, I'm not going to lie. I didn't get to play the new God of War until recently. I just beat it earlier. And for this tier list, I'm not going to go off the whole character altogether from the whole series. I'm just going based off of the new one. And keep in mind, I'm going to keep every other factor included. Oh, jeez, my dog's going crazy. But anyway, for Kratos, in the new God of War, like I said, just beat it. I like it. I do like him, like, as a character. Like, they made him into more of a... Well, I don't want to say... How do I word this? He's grasping the fact of having away from when I see it. He has a second chance of being a father again. And I can tell he's really strict at times, and yeah, he seems really harsh, but in the long run, I get why he's doing it. He wants to make sure his son, he wants to have that to be able to do this right. He's still kind of learning how to be a parent, from what I understand, from what I'm seeing, from what I saw. And they gave you a lot more in depth to how his life is after the whole trilogy of the first 3 God of Wars. But like I said, I don't know how to explain this. Like, I apologize, everyone. It's gonna be a real long video. But we'll put it this way: out of all these characters, and mind you, his abilities, they are insane. Out of all these characters, he is probably the craziest. By craziest, I don't mean like psycho. I mean, like, his powers are over. We'll put it this way: they're not as, I don't know the right word. People think of it a certain way. I've had people tell me, like, he's not as powerful as they think, but in all reality, compared to these characters, the only people on this list that are up here right now who could probably stand a chance is Dante, from what I know of, and Cloud. But even then, mind you, Kratos is a demigod. Well, now actually a god. But yeah, going into the fact of God of War 3, like I said, I'm not going too much into that. He is overpowered. He literally took his power away, godhood away, as far as I know, like the power of hope. So he's still technically a god. And the fact that how he's really matured a lot. I mean, not like he wasn't mature in any of the other games. Don't get me wrong. But he's, like, grown a lot as his character. I've grown to love his character even more in this game. So out of this is the one that's going to be an S. One that's going to be the S because this brought me back into God of War. I'm probably going to go and replay the other games now until the next one comes out on PS5, which I'm excited about. Okay, Link. Here's another one that people are going to doubt me for. I don't know too much about his character. I've played a few of the games, yes. But mind you, with some of them it's been years. And I don't... Okay, bear in mind when I say this. I'm going to put him next to Dante. Don't get me wrong. It's not that they're not qualified in this by any means. Character-wise, I would give him an A. But since I don't know too much about all these certain things, I'm going to put him there because I don't know everything about him. Okay, yeah, Ratchet and Clank. In this scenario, I'm going to use both of them. I like how, like, their friendship is shown a lot in this. I'm doing horrible with these. Moving on to the next character, but don't mind me, I'm still kind of new to this, working on it. But yeah, Ratchet and Clank, they're in a way, the oddest pair, the last two creatures, robots, whatever you'd expect. And they get along just well, and it's hilarious. Like, they go from just meeting each other on his own planet to saving literally the galaxies and all that multiple times. And now that they've announced a new one, I'm really excited to see that. Ratchet, I will say though, is very, I don't want to say self-absorbed. I don't want to say that. It's not necessarily it. He's kind of like he's like, with all Quark, like Quark always taking the credit. He's, in a way, he has a jealousy thing, I've noticed. He gets distracted a lot, I've noticed. In certain scenarios, from what I remember. But he knows how to fight. With a wrench of all things. But out of, like, personally, I'm going to put him with Leon as a B. Okay, the last two, I will say Kingdom Hearts and Castlevania. Sora, I don't know why I cut out some of these pictures, but Sora is next from Kingdom Hearts. Yes, Kingdom Hearts is, as some people, personally, and some other people know, is my favorite series. Been playing it since 6. But out of everything that he's gone through in this series, his personality, the way he acts, he's like the cheerful guy. One thing I didn't like as of the third game, he got really, they kind of made him seem a little dumber, like, not as smart, but at the same time, he's learned a lot, but he's still kind of dumb. I'm sorry. He's learned a lot of stuff, though. I still don't understand if they gave him the marker, if he technically is a Keyblade Master. I don't understand that yet. I want to know. I want to learn about that anyway. But based off his abilities, he's able to heal himself, all kinds of magic, change into these forms, change the Keyblade into whatever it needs. He might be one of the other ones that could stand a chance against Kratos. Mind you, when I say that, I take that very lightly, because Kratos, mind you, he's really OP. Sora would have a harder time with him compared, like, out of all these characters, Sora might stand a chance, but he's probably the lowest. Then Cloud, then that. But anyway, not on that topic. But for Sora's character, kind of shocked me myself, but A. Okay, wow, no one's been in a D rank, which I might have to fix this up. Okay, Alucard. I kind of just recently started playing Castlevania again. Symphony of the Night, loved the game. Took me years. I played it, I've known the whole story. Personally, I didn't beat it until I think last year. But I knew the whole story because my uncles always played it. I love his character. I love his backstory. I kind of get into the anime too. I like it. It goes into his character more, like, you get more in depth, like his story. Like, for me in the games, you don't get too much, but in the show you get a lot more into his backstory. And I love his personality. I'm going based off the anime on what I'm about to say. He can be a prick sometimes, especially towards, I think it was Trevor in the anime. It's hilarious. And he's not like Dracula at all. He's a vampire, but he's the opposite of Dracula. Of what he wants. He wants peace. Like, he doesn't want to fight the humans all that because his mother wanted that. But at the same time, how do I word this? He can be, as of the game, he can kind of sound like a dick, but at the same time, it's not bad. That's kind of funny because none of these are going to be a damn rank, I'll tell you right now. For Alucard's character, abilities, all that, he's really strong. If I had to give him a choice, it'd have to be a B. Okay, guys, bear with me on this one. I know it's kind of a really crazy video. I'm not gonna lie. It was a spur of the moment idea. But I was like, screw it, I'm gonna do it. I'm sorry. I apologize about the quality. I'm still working on getting everything to where I can do this more. Like I said, I've been doing my own thing. Hopefully, sometime soon I'll be able to start doing this, like making more videos and better qualities videos. But for right now, this is my list. Like I said, it's all personal. Yeah, this is my personal opinion. The Never Played, as I said, was not that I don't like them, or that I haven't not that I haven't actually played the games. Like I don't know as much about them. I should have probably marked that. But hey, mistakes need to be made. But as of right now, I'm going to end it here. And I appreciate you guys stopping by. Like, subscribe, comment. If you want, comment. Maybe give me your takes on some of these characters and your opinions. I don't mind. I'll take it. Wow, I'm stuttering. It'd be cool to learn more about not just like this, but people that watch my content. But that's it, guys. You guys stay safe.